Oh, Lord have mercy, this is just wrong. Which is honestly the perfect encapsulation of Ghostbusters 2016, aka Ghostbusters Answer the Call. But you don't want to even answer this call. You don't want to even acknowledge this call is occurring. And if you happen to accidentally answer the call, then what you want to do is immediately look at the phone receiver and just quietly hang it up. And if they call again, what you want to do is you want to take an international object. You got to respect Ted Turner's wishes and have all those foreign countries under one umbrella. Ella, A. Does this make any sense? No. Is it funnier than anything it was in Ghostbusters 2016? Yes. Absolutely yes. God, this was fucking abysmal. But what you want to do is you want to take that international object. You want to smash, and set the phone on fire, let it go higher, to the sun, and then you want to get a new phone, and a new phone number with blackjack and hookers. So you can call about your blackjack dealings and call up some hookers. Because, honestly, who doesn't love a little bit of entertainment? I don't care what kind of hookers you want to get, just as long as they're consenting adults and you have fun and you pay them well. And also, if they happen to call your cell phone, then what you want to do is take that international object and smash the Smashing Cell Phone Show. Am I making it clear as to how I felt about Ghostbusters 2016, which is a reboot just with less humor? It's a reboot of Ghostbusters. Yay, this movie, that was really entertaining and had a lot of great wit to it and had a lot of life and energy and actual good shit going on with great special effects as opposed to whatever the fuck this offering was. Hell, I take Ghostbusters 2 with its unevenness over Ghostbusters 2016. So yeah, this is written and directed by Paul Feig or Fig. I don't know. It's Feig. F-E-I-G, that is, and if I got, the pronunciation wrong, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit pissed off because I just rewatched this. I'm going to be rewatching Ghostbusters Afterlife to prepare for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, which really doesn't look all that good. Can't we do something good with an IP for once? Well, I didn't hear. So Paul has done Freaks and Geeks, which was a show that really deserved a better ending than it got. He also did Bridesmaids, that was alright, and A Simple Favor. I certainly liked watching, and not just because Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively were all catty with each other. I wouldn't want to see behind-the-scenes footage of them acting that stuff out. Why would you accuse me of that? Person that I just made up in a scenario in my head, but that was a great movie. It was also written by Katie Dippold, that I kept wanting to call Kate and Leopold, because certainly any jokes in Kate and Leopold were leagues better than this. I don't even think that movie actually had jokes. I think it was just Meg Ryan and Hugh Jackman, the huge jacked man, as it were, in a romantic comedy. So Katie has something to do with Parks and Recreation. So, I want to say right now, before I do dive into more about why I hated this movie, I don't hate it because it has, females in the lead. I don't care that there's, an IP with women in lead roles. You should do that, and that should be done more often, and we should give great projects to various talented women that exist all throughout Hollywood in multiple countries. That's a great idea. They just didn't fucking do that here. And there's some good humor, among the cast. There's also Leslie Jones that I don't necessarily care for, even though I hate the amount of racist bullshit that she gets for simply existing. Stop fucking doing that. But Kristen Wiig, who is funny when she wants to be and is allowed to be. Kate McKinnon. Is it me or is Kate McKinnon hot? Am I crazy? Well, I just might be the lunatic that you're looking for. Also Melissa McCarthy, and I'm sorry, I think she's half as funny as other people think she is, even though she has turned out some good performances. Ed Begley Jr. was in this. What's left of him? Charles Dance, and you had Chris Hemsworth as the dopey Kevin, who's their receptionist. Bill Murray, Matt Walsh, not the idiot, and other people. They had various cameos in this, and yeah, I'm going to be spoiling this movie because if you're unfamiliar with the 1984 and the 1989 Ghostbusters movies, what the fuck are you doing watching this? Watch those movies, and then watch them again. Don't ever watch this goddamn movie. It didn't deserve to be made for how soulless and bland and banal and bullshit it is. It's a retread of so many things that they did way better, even in the sequel that honestly was inferior to the first, but was still pretty entertaining. Ernie Hudson was in this. They had Dan Aykroyd in it, Sigourney Weaver, who how does Sigourney Weaver look as good as she does? Is she, is she on some kind of super serum? I mean, genuine question. She looks incredible. So, $144 million budget. I don't know if that counts marketing. It did have a $46 million opening. So the interest was there, but then it pretty much dropped and only made pretty much 3 times that by the time it was done. $128.3 million domestic and about $230 million worldwide. So it wasn't a success. And it didn't deserve to be a success. Not because, again, of the leads. It's not their fault that this project was that shit, but the writing was really bad. They also had no goddamn chemistry. They probably had a blast making it, but there's a ghost that's let out, and that ghost leads to a few other things going on. Aaron and Abby used to be friends. Aaron published a book. This book gets out, and may, threaten her tenure at a school, some prestigious university, whatever. And then there's the PKE meter with its weird jellyfish-like, tendrils going around, just spinning around. It's like a blooper. It detects bullshit jokes and writing. So it should be going off the goddamn charts for me, but I'm not somebody that is getting paid a ton of money to act in something like this. So I do kind of find it funny how much slime they end up using. It's like they watched Nickelodeon in the 90s, except Nickelodeon did it better. So yeah, after they lose their respective jobs, Leslie Jones does some really bad comedy with a guy named Rowan, played by Neil Casey, who really, just based on the character itself, himself looks like he should be on like several watch lists in multiple countries. I'm not talking the actor, but just the character's a creep. I'm sorry, Leslie Jones is just not funny at all. I mean, maybe she's capable of being funny. I just haven't seen her and such, but it wasn't here. This wasn't it, Chief. And they flirt with Chris Hemsworth. I mean, how can you not look at the guy? And he plays a dopey receptionist who doesn't understand phones and is really goofy. He's willing to make fun of himself. I don't blame him there. It turns out that the whole plot of this is this guy Rowan referring to a cataclysm, referring to opening up, a portal, and he has this thing where he's tapping into various energy lines in the earth, and he's, gonna open up a portal and release all these ghosts. And why? But why not? That's pretty much it right there. So you get these 4 leads. Okay, you get, Look, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Kate McKinnon's about the only one I think that's having any fun with her role. Everybody else is just playing a stock character. I think Kate McKinnon understood the assignment, as the kids say. And the meta commentary, yes, you shouldn't be knocking just because women are doing stuff. You really shouldn't be doing that. Knock them because whatever it is isn't good. But it was the amount of backlash that this got just strictly for the women existing on the planet, not just in the movie, that was kind of ridiculous. The movie's dog shit, though. The movie is not funny at all. So there's a part with a ghost mannequin. That mannequin started running, and I go, they had how much for a budget, and that's the best they could do? Hollow Man, look there. Terminator 2, look there. Terminator 2 came out in 1991. So anyway, Kristen Wiig, for whatever reason, decided to dance and try to twerk to Up in Here by DMX. What the fuck is going on with this movie? Paul, you will pay for your crimes. Bill Murray deserves better than this. He was a guy that was disavowing or debunking anything with ghosts, but then he got sent out a window by this ghost dragon. Andy Garcia was in This Is the Mayor. What has happened to Andy Garcia? What has happened to him? I know this was a number of years ago, so he's not even 10 years old, and when a remake of Father of the Bride featured him better than this, that's not saying much. So, very long, drawn-out, bad jokes. Janine, the actress that played Janine, is a hotel clerk. There's new tech that Kate McKinnon describes and develops called a proton glove. Pow, Falcon, punch! And then, this Rowan guy basically just creates this portal. He ends his life. I'm just going to say that right there. I'm trying to, skate around the stuff going on YouTube. And then the police basically disavow anything that goes on The police and the mayors basically disavow anything the women are doing because they want to protect this whole thing. Rowan, it turns out, just did this as part of his plan. He possesses Melissa McCarthy. Leslie Jones does some really, really bad comedy, talking about, The Exorcist and this kind of stuff. It was terrible, terrible. And then he possesses Kevin, and then Kevin is doing some stuff and making everybody do this kind of thing where they're pointing like this, by the way. It looks really bad how I'm doing it. It's like, they're just pointing with their line or their hand like that. This is all dreadful. Dan Aykroyd was a cab driver. I think somebody should have hired a cab and gotten out of here. Maybe not that. Slimer is here. He steals a car and he finds a lady Slimer. It's just like, hey, remember when we did this stuff only better? And then there were possessed Macy's Day balloons. Oh, Lord have mercy, this is just wrong. Leslie Jones with the only accurate piece of dialogue in the entire movie. Because this entire movie was wrong. Pretty much on multiple levels. I mean, just about every level. Besides trying to empower women, that was really about the only thing this movie could have gotten right, and it didn't even do that. So, here's a female Slimer, because I need to really think about Slimer bumping uglies. And everyone is stupid and bad everything. Then there's a giant logo of Doom, the Ghostbusters logo, that was painted earlier by a graffiti artist. Get it, look at this IPC, see? And then Roman turns into an ugly version. It's like Mr. Boogedy. Or a character from Nightmare Before Christmas. Whatever. So then they basically are getting smothered by a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Which was, I guess, kind of hilarious. Except it wasn't. This was terrible. This was really, really fucking terrible. Really fucking terrible. So, yeah, they just keep fighting. They end up using these reactors on Ecto-1, which was a hearse that Patty stole from her dad's funeral home. The dad is Ernie Hudson, by the way. And they activate it. Rowan basically ends up being dragged into the goddamn vortex, but he gets Abby, and Kristen Wiig's character, Erin, I forgot her name because I'm trying to forget everything about this movie as I talk about it, so I never have to watch this bullshit again. Goes in the pit to get Abby. I'm not going to leave you behind twice. And then we get news reports, and we get a tease of a sequel through like 3 mid-credit scenes and then 1 at the end. Who's Zool? Garbage. It's all fucking garbage. This movie is terrible. Absolutely abysmal. They could have done good with it, and they failed miserably. The movie deserves as much backlash as it got for the type of film it was. Not because there were women, in the leads. By the way, I just want to say that. It pretty much butchered everything that was good about the Ghostbusters IP. So nevertheless, Ghostbusters Afterlife. That review will come up at some point. And then Ghostbusters New Empire in just a couple weeks. Boy, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I wish I could, but y'all want me to review these movies, so I'm gonna, even if I think they might not be good. So agree, disagree what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.